waste of time. I was always glad that I got out to old Nagasaki to see what happened there.
So how long would it have been after the bomb dropped that you were there?
Well, the big bombs ended the war.
Yeah, in
But
late
it took
fall.
us most of a month to load up and get there. And then we were in Sasebo for a while. I don't know. It was a maybe 2.5 or 3 months after the bomb that we were there.
So after you guys took Iwo, were you on Iwo then for the month preparing to go to Japan?
No. After the Battle of Iwo, they took us back to our old base back in Hawaiian Islands to train for the invasion of Japan. So we went back there till the war ended. We were trained to, the invasion was set, and we figured that was going to be the last chance, because we expected the fanatical and suicidal leaders of Japan would sacrifice the whole nation. And the Japanese people were so loyal to the emperor. They had a kind of religion. They believed that he had divine origin, that some of his ancestors were gods, and that he was of royal descent. And so they had the terrible leaders at the time, but the leaders were carrying on, and the people rarely ever heard anything about the emperor. He was secluded and very superstitious about it and all, and these Tojo and the others were. But when we first landed, I was telling Ruth that Bart and Doug went out on the street and started feeding the little kids. And boy, they wanted a treat. They all gathered around and wanted to have a treat. And they couldn't understand us, and we couldn't understand them. But when they fed the kids, and the kids come back the next day and wanted some more, and fed them, and they were teaching them to play a few games. They had a ball they threw out there, and they didn't know how to play soccer, of course, but they were throwing the ball around a little bit, and then they began to teach these kids cheers, telling them to cheer and yell and holler back and forth. Fuck Tojo! That was their big leader, and so they told them to go up and down the street yelling that, and so all these young kids would get some food, and we'd feed them and everything, and then they'd start to play ball a little bit, and then they'd run up and down the street and yelling, "Fuck Tojo!"
You can visualize that, can't you?